Good evening, everybody. Second Job Gaming Suggestion and Ninato playing some SevTech Ages. We are going to showcase our builds tonight. So when you come on, go ahead and ask about it, and we will show you some stuff, and you can critique and comment on it and see what you think about it. We're going to start off with our prayer tonight. We thank God for Twitch. We thank you for giving us your spirit and giving us the opportunity to fellowship and to build each other up. Just pray life into everybody that comes along. Let us be ministers for your spirit to people and let them be receptive. Spirit in Jesus' name. All right, so this is the Silver Bell Inn. This is the lookout portion of the bell tower. It overlooks one of the main parts of our little compound here. And I guess later on this week we can go pretty much over into the neighboring village and update that place a little bit. Kind of low on the ideas as to what to do next because we pretty much got a lot of the stuff done in this place. We just gotta figure out where some more of the bigger builds. We do have some light energistic stuff to take care of later on. It's gonna be a massive undertaking, so I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit before I get started and actually putting it together. So as you can see here, this is our new storage facility and compound crafting area. Have all the stuff. The funny thing is my wireless guy does not wireless well over by the life altar. All right, thanks, man. Nice to meet you. So, you got any ideas what you'd like to see? Got you're asking for people to give us some comments on got here. This place right here is going to be, moving away because we're going to stick a lot of it in there. I did not finish putting the ground in, but we do have the start of the main place. This was our first building back in Age 0. We had a basic crafting and storage area, and it's kind of like this. Got a bunch of vines growing on one side because we know we needed vines. A lot of the updates for this thing is a lot of trapdoors and things. Um, the drying racks to hold on to the totemic stuff. Insides, got all that. There used to be a lot of storage stuff here. There's still an oak trim here. There's still an oak trim inside the storage area. I can take that off
Not
for
at the
you.
moment, but
Storage for
yeah, let's drop it
no
in.
wireless transmitter. So we had all of our storage pretty much down here in this little area. Totems and things on the ground. There's Nine's room because he's a kobold. He sleeps underneath the ground. Gonna move all this stuff. Gonna repurpose this place for something else. Another oak trim up there. Have that.
Yeah, the stuff that was actually in the main building, I didn't pop out just because I didn't have an olive flooring or whatever flooring you were using. So
Yeah. Take care of that later. I'm really too concerned about there being a big hole or something in there. I'll probably pick up these HV capacitors and move them somewhere else too. Not a lot of room for this there. So you come on out, and the next building that we put together was this smithy over here. Right here. Got all the lava buckets on the side. Some have lava, some do not. We've been running through. So we got the first things here. We got the big smeltery there. Got the bathroom. These guys like to watch us drain our experience out like that. They go in and they watch us, and then they come back out real quick. The drawers, we got the there. Then we added this in there, so have all this stuff here, and this is now our main travel hub. All of the different places here, the black, the brown, the green, the white, and they all go to different places here. Depends on which part you're going to, and goes around and around, down and down. Our main unit of old power gathering is right here. have this entire row of HV capacitors all the way through, and then they go straight up into the main immersive engineering places. So have all of that there. Woo!
which
The
I'm
basic
still
stove.
using.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
gonna
doing anything
take
with it. I'm not messing with those.
I'm gonna take out these
Oh, because you're full.
the alternator and
The cactus
tower
destroys the
and
cactus. That's funny.
I need to move the distiller into the end so that it runs that extra 3 hours rather than stopping whenever I log off. Because over here it's not junk loaded.
I'm at the one that's over here with this solar array.
Yeah. All of that can probably go away. I've got an entangler porter that I want to throw into here.
You're putting it into an ender tank.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is teleporting it to the end currently.
Cool.
We've got 5 million distilled water.
Finally got some salt out of it too. The salt is just—it's not making salt like it you think it would. Isn't. Um, this is
Uh,
our solar array. This was our first major power producer.
it still is.
Yeah, we're very keen on passive power. So something that we don't actually have to fuel ourselves, like coal engines and things like that, even though they produce a little bit less power. Very big on passive green energy. Um, Not that much way in the real world, but the game, I'm gonna go with it. Sure. I don't mind using coal in the game worlds. Don't get me wrong. I will use it for a long time, but once I get the ability to harness a good amount of passive power, definitely gonna go with it. The next thing we did was this what we call the potion hut. So we have our alchemic condenser, which we've upgraded to the advanced one recently. We got our water source right there. Got all of the different reagents just lined up on the sides. Got a chest here full of old potions that we've harvested and a bunch of bamboo. I don't know. And our old alchemic condenser and stuff like that. And just extra things to push in there and make more potions with. Currently making some sort of health potion, regeneration potion or something. And of course, typical brewing stand. And then we put together this wonderful thing right here, Loaves and Fishes Cafe. Nice chisels and bits, loaves and fishes, broken bread and fish. Come on in here, and it's operated by the weathered salesperson. Of course, our merchant gives us all stuff here. And we bought what we needed and never bought anything more because there didn't seem to be a need. This is also the place where all of the cool people who have come by have donated their likeness to it. I think I got another one bag somewhere, maybe. Uh, I might have to find it. There. This is also a place where all the villagers like to come. Every one of our villagers in this uh, place was a zombie at one time that we healed, revived. I'm all about healing and reviving people. Need it and or presenting that in a game term as well. That is water. Okay, like did you spot there, guys? And next we have the Four Buckets Brewery with the wine press area over here on the side. So every little tub is itemized for kind of wine it makes. Inside we've got a bunch of guys just you know tripping out because they're drunk on my wine.
Mm.
Guys, what are you doing? So some little notes as to what does what. For ale, you get one bread, one sugar, one bucket of water. It makes it there. I could probably put that into a. Look at that. They're just twisting around like crazy. that they're drunk, man. They're really drunk. And to tell you exactly what the different wines do stuff. And down here, He's still down here. The Smith weaponsmith is still down here on the bottom of the basement. Are you guarding the place or are you, sipping? Oh, now you're not looking. You're avoiding me. And yeah, so we got full barrels of wine. Mead. Nope, that wine is empty. You have been sucking it dry, dude. Yep.
He has been here for
Golly.
weeks.
Oh, dude, you need to get back up. That's it. I'm
Yeah,
getting you out of here.
he's not stuck. So yeah, he just likes it here.
Here already.
Yeah, because there's that one guy in the main building that was there just staring at you.
Yep.
For weeks on end.
For weeks.
Come to find out, he was stuck behind the sword and another block. I was like, oh, sorry, dude.
Right. And also over here we have the old windmill, which used to house the mill. It came all the way down and ground up to stuff that we dropped down into here. So awfully cool how that happened. We had to go up here every time it stormed, turn it off. Right here. This is inverted. And the weathered salesperson used to sit right here on this spot. I don't know why, but that's where they wanted to go. Okay.
Well, he wanted to be protected from the zombies
You mind
because
if
we didn't have walls at the time.
Mind if I open up shop on the top level of your windmill? Maybe. Why do you sound like Kermit? I don't sound like Kermit. And that's when I moved this over here. This is now the mill with the 2 water wheels powering it for extra speed. It doesn't work for visual. And got stuff off in there. It comes down into here. So hemp fibers, charcoal, and of course a lot of this stuff can be made over in the electric grinders now. This is where we grow our sinuous weeds for slime balls. That's what they turn into. They actually turn into slime balls. Our old saw that can do sidings and things like that now. We turn all the planks, we turn them into molding and siding now. This is pretty much the thing that does it. Kiln. These places right here, I never just got around. I never got inspired to build a building for them and actually put them into play that way. Of course, we have the immersive engineering lighting, powered lanterns, which stop spawning within a 16 block radius of each other. So 32 blocks total, 16 block radius. So 16 blocks this way, overlapping with each other. So it's constant protection everywhere inside of our village, our base.
Not always constant, but yeah.
Well,
This morning I drained the power so much that the lamps went out. We had a zombie incursion.
And we had rolling brown routes.
2 skeletons, but no injuries or death.
Wow.
So that was it.
So these are where the horses are still and the donkey. So this is our first age power crafting stuff. Grinder, the press, of course the chopping block to make planks, to grind stuff down into dust and to squeeze things together into blocks. We got the leads over here. Had to move the chest away from the fence because the villagers were stepping up over it and not being able to get back out. Which I was just like, yeah. They kept breaking the leads for some reason. Don't know why. They're in their own chunks, so they don't walk different chunks. That's what one of the tips says is don't let them go across chunk boundaries. Well, that doesn't matter. They're going to break their leads no matter what. So fence them in, block them off. Don't let them get away. Take the leads off when you're not going to be around because you're going to lose the lead. And they're a pain to put together. And we got our stables here. I was planning on, breeding horses, but they want to breed. They don't breed well.
I think they turned it off.
Well,
as far as horses and villagers, because we've not had any baby villagers.
Well, the horses will breed if you can get them both to eat within the same time frame, but that's the problem. You can't feed them. You got to put the hay on the ground and hope they eat it near the same time, which, you know, they typically have not done that for me. I'm just like, eh,
So you can't lead them to water or food.
right.
Great.
Typically, one eats real quick, parts are coming off of him, he's feeling all happy. The other one's just like, not feeling it, not hungry. You haven't eaten in weeks. I know this because I'm the only one that feeds you. What are you doing? And meh. That's a horse's way of saying meh.
Hmm.
Meh. This is our kilns. This is our way of making, stone and charcoal, low grade charcoal, dry mud. Not the slabs. That's just something I threw in there because I was lazy. Got our totem poles for horses all over the place to help us zoom zoom down the brick paths, and then the speed, pow, right here. And this is our pneumatic building where all the pneumatic craft stuff is, and also some galactic craft stuff, and also some applied energistics stuff. So we got all of our logistical drivers here, their compressor and electric compressor, our place to make the compressed iron. But the thing is it leaks out everywhere. I don't know why, because it's completely sealed, but it just leaks it out. So we haven't needed compressed iron in a long time, so I have not been worried about it. Treated wood scaffolding was a cool touch, I thought, for the top of the roof. Gives it kind of like a factory kind of ceiling look to it. So we do have this thing set up as a pneumatic door base. Thank you for the pseudo lurk, Sir Dan. Oh, that's right. It didn't say. I haven't turned him on. Oh, I turned him on. Well, tonight is a weird night. Uh, and out here we have our tree beacon, picking up all of the wood from this one eucalyptus tree. It is really cool how this thing works out. Sucks all of the stuff in there, makes one tree produce all this. That's the Astral Sorcery mod. Here we have our Astral Sorcery altar. The higher up, the better. Typically, if you can get it around 100 or ish, you're going to do just fine. I have one crystal shining some extra light on it. I can pretty much do everything during the day, whatever I want to do. Got our lenses, spectral relays, add an extra to it. Put them in the corners. They don't cannibalize each other. Works well. They're all distance apart they need to be. I think it's 12 blocks. Got this guy set up down here. This is our infuser. We have our chalice. We have our automated storage crate here. So if you have crystals, say these right here, 1, 2, 3, for example, dump them in there, and it'll automatically place them in there. Finally adds to it. Drops it down into this item module router, the activator module, pointing forward with this. Shoot in their action, activate block with it. Don't sneak, don't, and look is just level. So once that guy breaks it, puts another one on it. Once he breaks it, puts another one on it. Constantly fills the light well. It's awesome. Had it up here, filled this silo with it. It's completely full. 512 buckets. Down here, never added a hut for the star metal thing. All the iron ore that we get from the Twilight Forest, we put into here. It places it down. The auto breaker breaks it, and then it holds it into its facility there, and make the star metal. So puts it down there. Star metal goes down there. Timer, uh, like 13, 14 seconds. Yeah, 14 seconds, and then it'll break it. So might want to turn that off. You put the next one down. Turn it off like that. Put it down and let it put it there. Let the star change the iron ore into star metal ore. Then turn that back on. Let it break it. And then when it's broken, it'll put another one down. Have enough time to change over. It'll break it. Put another one down. Have enough time to change over. Break it. Pretty cool system there. I'm wanting to put another one of these out there. This is called the attunement altar. Yeah, get you all of the cool astral sorcery perks started with it. Choose a constellation. You wait for the night to actually show it, and then you step on it. We went with Discidia first, but then decided to think that that was not the best route, and we went through Vikio
Yeah,
because you can get to like level 20 in like 10 minutes just by walking
yeah,
around.
yeah. The distance thing really pushed it quick. Yeah,
Yeah, and we don't know why it was that way. It shouldn't be, but man, it was super fast.
fast.
And then, of course, we have our refraction table over here. Somebody underneath my hut. This is where we all of our using. So we have an engraved glass here that gives us Mending 2, Night Vision, and Feather Falling 4. Another one for Infinity, which we need Infinity because that's the Infinity thingy. So I'm very happy we got that one
Yeah.
for the Infinity add-on later on. Why do we have a zombie villager in this? And then Silk Test Sharpness 6, Power 6, and Feather Falling.
Did you say zombie villager?
Yeah, I have a mob imprisonment tool here with a zombie villager in it.
Huh.
Another one of those guys that we. So
Yeah. Put him in the bag
yep,
so that I can get to him later.
I can
Unless you
I
want
can put him
to.
in jail.
Well, if you place him, you have to right click him with the lasso.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
This is how we gather them. Put him down, then we put him in jail. Drop him off, put him there. The mob imprisonment tool pick up the villagers later on. And then over here we have Lanathal's build. This is the sheriff's building. Very cool.
I mean, it could be just the reclamation center as well, but it's a little bit more protective because it locks it down so that if the zombies did break free or whatever, then they would be stuck inside the jail.
Password protected, so you have to say the word. It's also where our tool workstation is stuff. So we have an ender bucket here with 32 million buckets worth of stuff and fills up with lava. Down here, you go on down, take a look to the right, and we have a zombie villager that we put in there. And then we have our potions of weakness. We just need an apple up there, and we have a mob imprisonment tool to tap him and put him somewhere else in there.
Well, we have an apple in the bag, so if you want to.
Cool. Awesome. So let's go ahead and this guy. So what you do is you wait for him, throw it in there, and then you feed him the apple. And then you just come back later as he spins around. You don't have to sit here and watch. As long as you don't put another zombie in there, he's gonna be
Yeah,
happy.
you have to make sure. Yeah.
That's why we have the mob imprisonment tools, just in case zombie on the door. Get away from my door. That was shut.
Which door?
The silver bell.
Oh.
He was standing at the door going, I want flesh.
Um.
Here we have our celestial gateway that sends us all over the worlds. Moon, go to Mars, go to the end right there, go to the beneath, we can go to the between lands, and we can go over to a place in the desert where we stand. Coolest thing, place over here, end. Lion did a awesome builds over here. I gotta show. Put a spawner monolith spawning here. This monolith has spawned 1,441 mobs. So as you can see here, we got Enderman coming out the wazoo, and we have a place here where we're building up Ender blocks, and of course in stone. What you do, get the weapon of your choice, come here, and you just eyeball them, eyeball a whole bunch of them, then walk over here, and then they will teleport and get captured by the tether down here, and they can't leave now. Carve them up.
I've expanded our XP storage.
Have.
We were nearing full. Or our latrine. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I was using this place to build up my Tartaric gem. Notice it's got 16,384 will. At one time it didn't, but it does now. I also put this thing together as a place for all of the Endermen to go when we fight the dragon. They're tethered down there. So when they come over here and they decide to get in the way, they all tether down there out of the way.
Yeah,
Wonderful idea.
if they don't teleport, they can be a problem. But if they try to get to you by teleporting, then yeah, they're
And also,
that's
when the
just
egg goes up there, we just tap the egg and it spawns itself down there, breaks, and we pick it up. And
that's the hope. We haven't done the fight since I
I
put that
do
together.
think it will work that way. I think it'll go down there and, or it'll spawn on top of that thing and bust something else.
Yeah, because we fought it twice, but we've only got one egg, so
And over here we have the Ender Beacon for all of the Ender. I put that together. I'm not really sure how that works. I have to explain it, or I'll have to learn it. Mod something.
the the um the lasso. If you use that other block inside the reclamation sheriff office, um,
Crystal in there.
has a component, a capacitor. It's an ender capacitor that you pull out and take to that crystal and right click it, and it will fill 25,000 energy per right click.
Oh,
And then once you're full again, you just go and put that capacitor back in the lasso so it recharges it.
so this is the power generator I put together over here. As you can see, it's all solar powered. End is daytime, all the time.
Yeah, there's no sun, but it is daytime.
Yeah. So for some reason, it's producing a lot of energy because it's daytime. I see you put together a solar array, sodium solar cell.
Yeah, um,
Not good.
it does 1,000.
Good.
So that's pretty good. The the alternator is doing like 4,000 something. 4,096, I
Yeah,
think.
which is the max that it can do. Yeah, Merchant
Um,
Engineering stops at that point. The,
yeah.
the high voltage cable pushes that much. The medium cable does half that, and the light does a quarter of it. And have our celestial gateway there. This is the build that he put together with the stone. But underneath, we have our void miners. 9 put together. Mining the void of all the cool stuff down there. There's one end stone.
I had put an ender tether there because they like to collect on the platform there because it's gotten large enough that they can stand.
Yeah.
And that tether was interfering with the other tether.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, I had to pull it up.
Well, I can put a pulsar there, and that'll knock them off.
Doesn't matter.
I've got a spare one. I made 4 of them, and I only needed one, so I used it. Oh, get him. That's the ends build. Then we got this place over. Oh, always a little different. And of course, the between lands where you go to just drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, it's where fun goes to die,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
pretty nasty place. Fortunately, once you get the handle on it, it becomes challenging instead of overwhelming. But until that point, yeah, you're hurting bad.
Mm.
So
The
fortunately,
addition of the totems was nice.
yeah, fortunately, this is where I started out coming through here, and it was not bad at all because I could just always have a good time, safe coming over. Nothing spawns in these things. Nothing spawns on the why, but they don't. And then I just kind of slingshotted myself over here. I built a little bridge all the way across, but I've since taken it down because it's ugly. Got my mine down there. Got 3 maps completely set up in this place. Several towers. I got another tower I can take down. I haven't finished that one. Still so much stuff to do. My frog is trying to get away. How did you get over?
Oh, you imprisoned him?
I
Because
didn't
I saw
imprison
him
him. I
there.
imprisoned. He's tamed.
Oh,
I can actually ride him. Pretty cool.
oh, that is cool. I never looked at him. I just left him alone.
Woohoo! See?
Does he go into water?
And
Because that would be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
does go over water. Oh, well, he goes over water good too.
Okay, so yeah, that is the best
Oh man,
mount there
he's
is.
super at this place.
Whoa, look at that health.
Got some got some strength.
And he got some hops too.
Yeah, he does. Well, I got this here. I don't really need it. I was using it to feed myself bulb capped mushrooms for protein during my 4-day fast. So I wasn't allowed to eat meat during that time. So Dashian was not allowed to eat meat either, and I needed a source of protein, but able to keep my protein nutrition up and keep myself moving that way. Um, Stuff I need to pack away. Pack this out of carry anything. Um, Beneath did not really do much in. No reason to, other than I can't go into the space because I don't have my suit on and die there. Outside the base, we have our arms, our ranch. We have the makings of a um, missile craft place with the tower. Man, really? Where's coming from? Crazy. What the? That creeper
At
just
least
spawned right there. They're just spawning.
no, he was standing there.
I didn't see him.
Oh,
Like
that one's new.
there were like 6 of them. Craziness. But this, where I have this set up, I'm probably gonna move it up north to the Dreadlands. Got up there. put a gateway up there at some point in time. A bunch of sheep got out. Oh,
The
because it burned down our. Sheesh, really? Got out because the
Yeah,
fences burned.
there was a storm that raged for quite a while. I guess it lightning struck there.
Fences together. Um, this thing is kind of wonky. If I'm inside this town, I can hit this, and I can get all of the stuff, every bit of it. But outside of town, at our network receiver, it does not pick up everything.
You can kick that meat into the system if you want, unless you just want that on you.
Grab these sheep here. One in.
I'm guessing sheep don't have the villager problem.
That
Well, the villagers that are moved with the gathering ball there vanish if I walk away from them. So hopefully the sheep don't.
I've pretty much moved a whole bunch of them that way, so I don't think so. If they
I
do,
guess they.
we'll get more. Only needed the sheep for the wool, and found out that the animal rancher actually pulls wool blocks off of them instead of fleece. I'm so happy they didn't notice that and change that, or so happy that they gave it to us and said, well, that will make a whole wool block instead of 4 fleece.
Yeah, because that could be the upgrade by the time you get to what age 4 or 5, where you have to make all of the wicker blocks to make wool. Oof.
Right? Of course, these eggs.
Well, you can grab up the eggs and throw them in the system if you want.
Well, I got to put them in the food place over here, cafeteria. Eggs like that. Actually, we eggs like raw egg. Make some of the pies and things. So I managed to get 2 chickens out of it. 12 eggs. I got 2 chickens.
That's
Actually,
actually
pretty
pretty
good for
good for
me.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Fat meat, not put close to the skin.
I mean, if you want to, you can make an ender chest, you know, put it down there so that you can put food into that and make another bag, another pouch, and then you could just dump it wherever you are into the system down there
Why
since
this
it
is,
has no connection.
makes this weird shadow bright block. Like I come
That is,
over here and break, put it down, it lights everything up right. But when I leave, it'll light down again. So the other night we changed this into a beach. When I say we, I mean me. Like there's another block doing it. This is my wife Jally's house. I always build her a house mod pack that I get. The hopes that may plane travel someday to the same plane I'm in. Place to it. I kind of like to let her furnish the place because kind of person. I just make it open and welcoming. My display for the Armor of God series. Go back through a couple of them. I still have yet to put that in the highlights. I have kind of low on time. my old stuff that I don't need to be carrying around anymore. Room, patio. And out here we have our Baycock arena that I set up way in the back with day. So the oh, they'll just walk onto these things and die, like Baycock does. What you do is when you summon him, run up, you run over here, run outside, run again, and just stand over here and he on stuff. Here in the distance, we have our portals that for some reason just wanted to be next to each other. Hunting dimension. Hill. Ooh, have another villager.
You did repair that one, so yeah, just do that one. Looks like a librarian.
And then up over here we have our Twilight. Ooh, another one. Twilight Forest portal. We like to capture the zombie villagers back. And off over here we have our giant tree. Literally. A giant tree. Literally. Got giant leaves. Got a giant log. And it's got a way down for somewhere. And then off here in the distance, we have the life altars. Guy turned into a villager yet? Is a
Oh, he
villager.
probably is. Yeah. I've been refilling our XP container.
This is the life altar, complete with the incense edition. Got a well of suffering ritual beneath it. So it is grabbing hold of the. It is should be full. Yeah, it's full. Not where it needs to be because creepers blew it up. Had to fill it back together. It's no longer a level 6 like it should be. They put a giant hole into it.
That hurts.
Yeah. I'm gonna put some ocelot totems down here so they can't blow it up anymore. Over here we have our will generator, complete with the fractured crystal and the veil of darkness. Another thing, it produces raw will for us. Every now and then it will one of these things. Yeah, it's not nearly as fast anymore, but it is producing will. I'm not instilling will into it every now and then. Actually, it looks like I have it disabled. So.
Well, you took up the auto spawner, the agitated spawner, or whatever that thing is called, the pillar.
Yeah, that thing right there, spawning. Yeah, I did take
Yeah.
that up. Using them so quickly. Got a bow, but he won't shoot me. I like that adjust that thing. So.
Yeah, that is kind of odd. The skeleton became either bowless or bow inept. They have a bow, but
Yeah, I'll take it though.
use
But
it.
I do have some spawners from the Twilight Forest that I placed down there. I got that right there so the spiders can't get through. I had built another altar over here complete with enough runes to get me to level 6 over there. Had I was going to try to set this up as the way of making all of my blood pool, my personal blood pool, fill up this way. I need to do that again thingy there, but it didn't work. I took that rituals, put them underneath the main one, which I've now paid the price for because it blew a big hole in the side of it there. That's much our build. But here's the funny thing: network receiver here. If I turn this thing on and I go with oak, oh, now it's working. Good. I'll take it then. Because earlier before it would not show oak logs and it would not show glowstone. I'm happy that it's working now. That finally have the crystal clusters up there. I have more than enough fill go in this. Yeah, I've got 55, 55, 56, 54, 464. I got tons of will. What are you doing up here? Guys should not be spawning up here. I guess I'm going to have to plate this place down. I moved the monolith as far down as I could. Oh, that's what it is. I need to lower this floor again. That's not quite far enough down. So yeah, I'll pick that monolith up and dig out another couple layers. Layers.
Years.
Layer? Love that. And this is the village that I plan on protecting someday. I think I have ruined them because anybody's here. Oh, good, there are some people here. Probably start putting more villagers down in here. Hopefully, they will build iron golem.
Yeah, there's another village on the other side of us, like directly on the other side of us over there that I filled their farms with water and whatnot. And one of the farmers actually ran over and plopped down some seeds, so that was cool.
We have another zombie villager here. Is there any way that you can get that? Oh, dude, over here.
Big
Way you can
guy
get that
scared
one
me.
villager out of there. Guy in there.
Sure, I had a medicine man in the toilet with me.
This is a
don't know why.
brewer, so yeah, he'll be a good one to have too. A brewer. I haven't seen a brewer yet.
I need
Oh,
that.
and we got another one down below too. Oh.
Okay, so I need an apple. So, because well, actually, I need to get that guy out,
Yeah.
and then it really wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just do that first.
Let me know when, and I'll zap this guy over there.
Yeah, I've got to. I'll have to change out the crystal, and then send him.
Kill my zombie. Trumpet skeleton was about to kill our zombie villager.
Oh, just because we
Hey, trumpeted him, and the
proximity.
villager attacked him, and it was getting pummeled.
Do you have the?
I have the lasso. Yeah.
Oh, because the same. I need that. That's how I set the redeemed villager free.
Grab that. You want it, or you want to grab that mob imprisonment tool and let him out that way?
Well, I can't leave a villager. Um, the if I use the mob imprisonment tool, I can't leave the villager more than a couple paces before they just vanish on me. And so I don't like doing that. But the lasso protects the villager's identity. Let me change the crystal back out again.
Gonna go toward the light. Okay, never mind. He's turned around.
Jail overworld. Okay. Oh, not that one. There you go. There's one. Oof. Yeah, he's hurt pretty good.
Another one.
I guess there's a test to be had here.
Left.
If the if changing them from a zombie to a villager, what it does with their health. I have to see that one. Okay.
There was another one, but he's gone.
Yeah, if you go too far away from them, they vanish.
I was going toward him and he vanished.
Hmm.
Wow, that's wide open there, man. Kitty. Armar.
Um,
Guy that plays around with.
mm-hmm.
There's a lot of creepers in this place. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, this is the village that I've asked myself to rebuilding and getting protected someday. Maybe next week. Good stuff for them. This thing over here, which is our healing ritual, where I do my armor increasing. I just stand in the fire and increase my armor that way. Here's my armor. There he is. Oh. If I do this, actually increase the XP of my armor because it's taking damage, and I don't die. I get really hungry, but I don't die. And I've actually sat here for hours while I'm at work or something and let it run, and that's how I got myself up to 38,000 legendary. I need 152,000. Get all the way up to the top. And then when I want to get out of here and stop burning, I just go to the pool. Perfect. Oh, awesome stroke of an idea there. This was the first Betweenlands portal that we made. And then when I came back, it actually put me right. Yeah, it put me over here. And then I took this one down because I didn't want to come back over there to this spot. I wanted to go back over there. But now it puts me over here, which is crazy. But not in there. In this spot. Or this one. Why? I don't know. It does. So for ages, I was flinging myself across this water, get myself back to town. Ah, different view up here. Green shit. Nice. And of course, the most awesome thing is our neat little tunnel of love. Just the coolest thing. Rolls right underneath there. It's biff, man. Biff. And then this is one of the old Dogoth layers that built a monolith for me. Thank you, fellas. Over here was another one that we completely cleaned out and mined up all their stone for whatever builds. Okay. And that is an hour of our base. That is basically it. You're so
Uh,
kind for giving me that. So kind. Okay. Oh, and this is what 9 set up. All of the little storage drawers completely linked together in a system for, you know, storage galore. Goes all the way down. Who's already? So we want something in there. This is Sebastian's dump chest. Dump chest.
yeah.
Eventually, we get to one because I am a dumpster. I will dump and dump and dump and just I I'm good at I'm getting better at organization.
Yeah, we haven't emptied all of the chests that you have in the main building there yet, though. All of your previous dump chests.
And then if you thought this was it, no, there's a whole nother level below, which is going to be the same thing. So 9 fashioned this building to be within the 12 by 12 by 12 by 12 partitions for the drawer controller.
Yeah, so any corner of the building could be reached by just hitting that one controller.
That guy
Or
right there.
dropping it into a bag and having it.
Of course, we have this guy right here, which is feeding stuff up from the void miners. Your chest. You have a network manipulator, which is completely clean now, so nothing in it at all. We could start putting stuff into it, but we don't need to because we got all that storage now. So everything here is below us. Oh yeah, Unimus.
And I'm slowly upgrading that top floor to emerald upgrades. I'm about a third of the way done, I think. That might
Then
be generous.
the way to go to the end. Our end portal. There's always a special spot that has a complete resonance for end portal for Nether. Stop and go back in because it shot me off somewhere I didn't want to be. Want to get to the next stage? Follow the advancements. Came up here into the icy Nether, the Arctic abyss, and 9 is a master digger, and dug this path out where we fight the Wither, Kyanite, Chironite chamber. You can't get out. And why let him? You know, if you want him to run around, that's fine. We fought him 4 or 5 times and let him run around, and we had a fun time. I got killed by 9 one time. He one-shot me with his shuriken of death, mighty death.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
One of my numerous deaths. And this is the path that he built for us over to the nearest nether fortress that we found.
Villagers are healed to full. Once even if the zombie is injured, they
awesome.
heal.
So we have this set up to where you walk up here, climb, come out. This is where we were going to set up a blaze spawner, but we decided to move it further on in. I haven't been to this blaze spawner in a while.
Haven't either.
Some wither skeletons up over here.
They've been spawning in a lot. and not just in a fortress. So that's pretty good.
Actually, inside this thing, fellas.
Now we have 3 new villagers.
We could probably put an absorption hopper in here now. Kill these things. I don't need to. I can just turn on my... I got my magnet turned on. It's just not within range. Yeah, that's that guy. I got 2 more. Got pathways out of here. Don't worry, I won't take the long way. Short way. Die now. Like a big halite salt dab. Haha.
Okay, so the brewer has mushroom stew for a fluid bladder.
Fluid
That's
bladder?
Yeah. There's like 7 mushroom stew. He's really hungry.
Ancient, man, ancient. Okay, so grab this bag here. Now we'll that in there, that in there, that in there, that in there. And that's all I'll do. And now I'll grab this guy right here. Pull out my Enderwing Prime. Back to 10. Weakness. And yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight because I got to get up early. Dashing and Adams, thanking y'all for taking time with us. Second job gaming.